So she says, that was so low, man. How could you even block me from Facebook? I'm like, no, I need to prove my point. I take my friends very seriously, and if you're my friend, I'm ready to go to the end of the earth for you. Well, technically, not really the end of the earth, but I can do things that I will do for my friends, I will not do for my non friends or my special friends or whatever friends I have. And then she says, oh, so you blocked me on Facebook and on all these platforms, or was he talking to get on Snapchat? And I'm like, yeah, right. I'm done trying to beg for your friendship. Then I just go and block her. No, this episode is not going to focus on how to block friends and influence Snapchat. No, it's actually the kind of friends you should lose and the reason why I think friendship is very important in your life. So, stay tuned for episode 2 of the Chasakanga Show. Cue in intro.
But he's a really good guy. He's the kind of person I text at 3 a.m. in the morning, like, man, life sucks. And he's like, I know, right?
I think that's the third thing. If a friend cannot make you laugh when you feel horrible about life and yourself, then what's the point?
Alright, I was not a cool guy, and you're a cool gal, and things are not working out. It's just, Major Enzo.
Hey, how are you? Here, Kamga talking again for episode 2 of the podcast, which this time around is actually not sponsored by me anymore. It's sponsored by the 2545 BC Consulting. Actually, BC stands for Business Consulting. It's a group of awesome individuals who are organizing this business networking soiree. If you're between the ages of 25 and 45 and you're running a business or planning to run a business, then you really want to listen to what they have to offer. Now that we are done with the advertising and the awesome things, I am super excited. Really excited. I've not yet eaten, but I really want to finish with this off because I know that you need this now. You need to know what's happening in my life. Okay, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not Julia Roberts or any other person. But you listened to the first edition of the podcast, didn't you? And you loved it or hated it. But I'm so happy. I'm so excited because of that particular edition. The feedback I got, the people who spoke and who wrote. And yeah, that's music. I'll let you listen to it for like 3 seconds because you will have to know that this will run now throughout this program because I live in an area where the noise never stops. So listen. Yeah, that's the kind of neighborhood I live in now. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, everybody who listens to the podcast. And I'm hoping that I'm going to make it really short this time. I'm going to use 2 quintessential examples of what friendship means to me and maybe help you or not redefine the relationships you have in your life, from friendships to relationships to your parents to your siblings, etc. Because the whole aim of this podcast is not just to talk about me, it's to use my experiences to help you figure something out on your own. So I'll use 2 examples, and fortunately or not, they are 2 guys, because these 2 people have changed the way I see the world in many ways. They've been able to make things differently. I'm going to leave out my dad this time. That's a whole complete episode on his own. I'm going to talk about 2 people. One is Bine Mukuri. He's a graphic designer. We met about how many years ago? I don't remember. A couple of years ago. He's dating this awesome person who is also my best friend. Man, I have too many best friends. I think I should start redefining what best friend is all about. For me, the thing is, I'm either your friend or I'm not. This doesn't mean that if I'm not your friend, we don't interact or we don't share certain things, but the people I trust 100% not to fail me, even though we are human beings and there is a chance that we'll eventually fail each other at some point. The people I trust, 90%, I call them best friends because they really make me happy and I like being around them and I can tell them what I think about things without the fear of them judging me, because if you listen to this many times enough, you find out that I'm not the kind of person you want to have at a party. I'm not the kind of person you want to take to your best friend's house to say I'm awesome. I'm not awesome. I'm weird and strange and I have crazy opinions and other things, and you need to see my writing to know the kind of things I'm talking about. So Bine Mukuri is a graphic designer, very creative person, and we share this love for music that I don't think I share with another person apart from Tikwe. But the kind of music Bine listens to and the kind of things we talk about is very different from the kind of things I talk with other people, especially Tikwe. And He's the kind of person I can tell nearly anything and without fear of being judged. That is the kind of things you want to have in a relationship. I think for me, that's number one, fear of judgment. Because when people are worried about things in their lives and they don't have somebody they can talk to, either their mom, their dad, or their sisters, it becomes a problem. The whole event, the whole circumstance in which you are found forces you to get enclosed, and things like depression, which I don't like to use the word because it's a very important and serious situation. Things like depression easily come into play when you don't have somebody you can trust to tell some kinds of things in your life. That's the reason why I believe everybody deserves to have that one person they can trust. And that's the reason why I think some people really feel a lot of pain when they lose loved ones in the family, especially if they were the only people they could trust. Many people change, their lives just change completely when somebody dies or when somebody leaves them, because that connection, that bond they had is no more there. And that is what I'm talking about, just the positive part of it, which is the trust aspect of it. And the trust almost goes to the second one, which is the ability to feel free, the ability to be able to tell the person anything that comes to your mind without being worried that the person will either use it against you or tell another person. Confidentiality is a big deal in friendship. It's if you have anybody who takes what you discuss to a third party, that is not a confidential person, and that should not be considered your friend. And that is what I take into consideration when calling these people's my I said people's these people my friends, because I don't want to be in a situation where I was sitting and thinking, what if he tells so and so that I said so and so. Of course it's not gossip, of course it's not the kind of things you want to hurt somebody's reputation for. But if I'm going to tell you about the way I feel when I'm working on a project and how horrible I feel and if I'm scared of failing and things like that, I don't expect you to take those things and tell, for example, my dad, so that he starts feeling worried as well, or tell my brother because I'm pretending to be, excited and happy, whereas inside I'm really dying. You want somebody you can trust, which is the first thing. You want somebody you can be confident with, which is another thing. And you want somebody who knows how to tell you those things too, because I believe friendship and most if not all relationships are a two-way street. It's mutually beneficial. If I can trust you, you should be able to trust me. Of course it goes like love. For example, you cannot be able to love somebody to the same extent as the person loves you, which is what I've come to accept and acknowledge. People will love you more than you love them, and you will love people more than they love you. But you can always get to the point where there is a balance, because love, trust, friendship, all of these things, and our natural human nature does not allow to be able to measure these things. So, for example, maybe somebody who loves you will think about you all the time, but will never show it, which is a very stupid thing to do, by the way, if you're doing that. But another person who loves you a little bit will show it all the time when the person is with you. So, man, definitely need statistics and hormonal measures to be able to quantify these things. So, being a graphic designer, music lover, and cool friend, somebody I trust and I can tell everything. And we met a couple of years ago. How? Through his elder brother, who is also a very good friend of mine, Cozy. The difference between the relationship I have with his brother and him could either be because of time or because of the relationship we've had and the fact that we share so many things in common. Because what I've come to see that makes or builds or initiates friendships is this subset of things of interest. For example, video games, music, pop culture, etc. People like Timothy, for example, is a very good friend of mine. I have all these people around. I could almost consider every one of them my best friend, because that's almost what the case is. I trust these people at least with a couple of things. And I mean, you cannot trust everybody with everything. Some things you just have to give to yourself. But Timothy, Nguane, Carl, all these people at one point or the other in my life have been able to show me the kind of love and respect that can only be gotten through friendship. And it's very important to have people you can trust, people you can rely on, people who can make you laugh. I think that's the third thing. If a friend cannot make you laugh when you feel horrible about life and yourself, then what's the point? You need to be able to have somebody you can always talk to. If things go down, you have a phone number you can call. And remember, when I call all these names, I'm really trying to avoid my parents, because I think that blood is thicker than water. And what I've come to accept for the last couple of months is that family comes first. All these people I call are not exactly my blood relations, because when you are born in the same house with somebody, all those relationships change. People are different. Let me repeat that. People are different, and sometimes your brother could be your worst enemy even though you have the same blood. However, what I've come to understand and accept is that communication and the ability to share information and talk mutually and tone down your voice or your attitude. I mean my voice, I mean mine, because I have a tendency to shout at people and be aggressive. And I'm so lucky I've not been blessed with physical strength. I'm sure I'll be starting a couple of fights for no reason, just because I could. And what I've come to understand is that aggression, force, violence, verbal violence, not insult, but being aggressive with thought and doctrine and sharing all these things, it doesn't help anyone. You need to be able to talk in a calm voice and articulate your thoughts perfectly. Because as a communicator, as anybody who's trying to share information across, it is always your fault if your audience does not get what you're saying. Just keep that in mind. It's always your duty to break down the information in a way that the person who is standing in front of you is going to listen to it. As friends, as brothers, as siblings, if you want to achieve peace, you will. You just have to want to. Then, on the other hand, if the other person in front of you does not want to achieve peace, there's nothing you can do. So it's a very precarious position to be in when you really want to do these things and you know you need to work hard to be able to achieve the thing and the other person does not want it at all. I'm blessed. I don't say lucky, I don't believe in luck. I'm blessed to have a family that expresses communication, and there are many people who have those kind of families, and there are others who do not have those kind of families. So the world is a huge place, 7 billion people, it's not easy. And this is just my opinion about friendship. So keep that in mind. Because this first part focus solely on Binia. The second part I'll focus on Tikwe and a lot about my secondary school life and how horrible it was early from 1 to 3, because it was a time when I had to figure out things about puberty, adolescence, talking to girls, going to school. I don't remember a lot of things about that, but going to boarding school for 7 years and growing up literally in school changes your perspective about a lot of things. Coming to university changes other things. And in secondary school, I met these awesome people. Strangely enough, Tikwe was not in my school for the first 5 years. And many of the people who were with me for the first 5 years, the relationship is different. It's not that we don't know each other or we don't respect each other, but we don't share as much. And I think it boils down to that same subset of interests. Because no matter how much time you spend with someone in the same environment for as long as possible, if you don't have the same interests that, sharing, whether it's music or it's games or it's art or it's pop or it's culture, if you don't have those things that you share, things you believe in, probably religion, for example, or a set of principles, it's difficult to be friends with those people. It's difficult to have anything to talk about. So eventually, you are like, okay, I know you, you know me, we've been together in this place for 5 years, we've shared memories, but we are not that close. And that's okay. You don't have to be close to everyone, because I value quality over quantity. I prefer to have 3 friends than to have 100 acquaintances, because friendship means a big deal to me. There were times when I felt horrible, and it's only because right now, for example, my dad and I can say we are best friends, because he talks to me keeping in mind the fact that I'm his son, but sometimes he talks like a friend and really wants to get what I'm saying, and he has given me the opportunity to do that. And I repeat, not all families do that. There are people who are different. There are people who think differently, and it didn't happen in one day. We've had our difficulties. We've gone through times when we didn't talk to each other for a while. We've gone through times when we were trying to not really fight, but it was difficult. And through all these periods, I want to think that if there is one thing to believe in this world that cannot be explained, is the fact that so many things are governed by laws that we cannot see, by rules that we cannot understand. And the biggest is that of Jesus Christ. I should start preaching right now and telling you about how he died and saved us and everything, but that's just it. The underlying truth about a lot of these things, even though we look at it from a worldly point of view, is that if Jesus Christ did not exist and do the things that he did for us, we cannot explain all these things. That's just it. There's a higher being that blesses us or allows us to do certain things on this earth. Of course, there is the other being that tries to stop everything else. But if you do what you have to do, you find yourself in a position where you can help yourself and get blessings that you deserve, and sometimes that you don't deserve, given the lives that a lot of us live, including me. Some things just happen that are literal miracles. I mean, I'm talking to you right now from this point on earth, and you listen to me. After a couple of episodes, I could consider you my best friend, because you probably know a lot about me than many other people. And I think that's really cool. I think that is a miracle. Technology, science, yeah, that's great, but this is the real miracle of life. The ability for this progress to be made without us even thinking about how important it is. I've been lucky to meet a lot of people who run their businesses, and from what I've seen, operating a business is not easy, especially in Cameroon. your tax environment, the law governing business, and even the business environment itself. So, how do you run your business and build relationships with the business owners while improving your network of potential clients or customers? One word: business networking soiree. Okay, fine. That was 3 words. Doesn't change the fact that Limber's event on the 27th of May saw an engaged audience, and that the event in Boya on the 10th of June at St. Clair Hotel will have the same gorgeous business and networking atmosphere. So if you missed Limber and you're thinking of missing Boya, no, don't miss Boya. Please don't miss Boya, I beg. I'll be there actually, that's why I'm saying you should not miss. Well, if you do, the next edition of the Business Networking Soiree will take place in Bamenda on the 24th of June at the Blue Pearl Hotel, Mile 2 at 7 p.m. Of course, the event is not free. What do you think? You want to meet all these cool, awesome business people for free? No, dude, no. It's 10,000 francs. For details and more, visit 2545 BC.
A couple of minutes ago, I was talking about you, and I want to take the second part.
Talk about me, eh?
Yeah, to force you to listen to me talk about another person. So I said I was going to talk about Tikwe. Do you know T?
No, I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know Tikwe.
Tikwe is a medical doctor. He works in Bamenda. He's my very
Okay.
cool mate, and I consider him my best friend. I probably would define him best friends.
That's like 3 now.
I know. So what I want to ask you now is, one, who is your best friend?
My best friend. Hi shit. I'm that same spot of soup you, eh? Because it's my roommate, yeah. I'm
Okay,
very
okay.
close
I
with my
said
roommate.
eliminate blood relations.
Blood relations.
Definitely by force friendships, blood relation. So who is your best friend?
Definition, or you want definition on?
No. Forget about definition. You already know my definition, and I'm sure we both understand what friendship means, especially to us. I mean, given that you're my best friend, and technically, the fact that you're taking this long to answer this question means I'm not your best friend.
The man, like where, brother, where? I mean, you know the number 1 bed. Come on, is there that kind? You know, the Atletico Madrid of the that kind number 3. So, nigga, oh yeah, chop knuckle.
All right.
Yeah. So there is I'll call Leslie. I'll call you. I'll call
Jeff.
Jeff. Nah. Nah, Jeff, no vex. So if you didn't reach your ear, no vex. Pretty much you both. Yeah, Von. Man,
Yeah,
Von. Yeah. Von has to be one of my besties. Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to switch to the reason why I find Tikwe to be so cool and such a best friend. Because I mean, first of all, he has small eyes. Like
Like Tikwe. It sounds like small eyes.
he's a really smart guy. Because from what I've come to accept now, that ability to be comfortable with somebody is what really defines a friendship. Like you and I now having this conversation that, I don't know, maybe 200 people, okay, maybe that's too much, 2 people are going to listen to on the internet. That's the kind of thing you want to have, like this being comfortable and sharing stuff. And that's what I found in Tikwe. From Lower City when we met, and what do we even have in common? Let me see. We're just geeks, man.
Geek zone, nigga.
Yeah,
Geek zone.
he was smart. He loved biology. He had like 5 A's, so I was pretty dumb because I had like 1 A. But he's a really great guy. He's the kind of person I text at 3 a.m. in the morning like, man, life sucks, and he's like, I know, right? He actually drove from Bamenda to come attend my graduation, which he did not attend, by the way.
Man, I was going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess
Man, let's chill. Don't attack me live.
this is what I think makes friendship really cool. Because, for example, I've not spoken to Tikwe in about 3-4, almost a month now. Like, we've not spoken anywhere, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. But I know that if I call him now, we'll just pick up where we ended.
Okay.
Like, we don't have that thing like, man, why are you not calling me? What's up? Why don't you care?
Hey, yeah, there's Kum. Sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
Kum, aka K-Back. That was one of my oldest friends. I mean, one of those that has stood the test of time.
Nice.
Yes. I'm talking like nursery, school, like till now. I mean, we're like family friends. Goes way back to like 94, 93.
Okay, yeah. Before we get into biography, let me go straight to what. So what? When do friendships end for you? When is it time for you to like, nah, the man, this whole
Nah, betrayal of trust, man. Trust is that thing. Trust is it. You
So
kill that trust, the friendship is dead.
So do you unfriend them on Facebook, on Snapchat, on because I do that. I mean, I just cut you off entirely from every social media platform in real life.
Brother, me say yeah, man, a German, German approach. Well, usually what I do is I just give you a long rope to pull. I mean, lately, I think I have that gift of understanding people and taking them for who they really are, and I just give you that long rope to pull. Like if you don't make things work, because I am a very easy I'm sorry person. If I notice your behavior has changed towards me, I'm like, bro, why? What's up? What's up? Wait, I don't do now. If the thing no cash, man, then I know that now. Really, for real, you are not worth it to begin with. So, yeah, trust. If I wrong you and you don't give me that rope to pull, means it was not even worth it in the beginning. Because I know if you fuck up, I will definitely give you a second chance. Like, you know, not second chance. Like, I'll give you that space to make it up. You guys now. Yeah, I give you that space. I give you that opportunity to make it up. It's not a second chance. There's no second chance.
Okay, cool. This is the weird thing about me because when I consider you my friend, what I mean is that if I call you at 2 a.m. that I'm in trouble, you should get up and come to my house. For me, I mean, I know it sounds really. When I say weird or stupid or evil or German,
It's evil and German.
but that's the kind of thing, and that's the kind of thing I'm willing to do for my own friends. So when I get to a point where I feel like I'm begging for your friendship, and I feel like I'm forcing myself on you,
Yeah.
and
That's
now I unfriend you. I block you because I don't want to see any of your pictures. Because when I see your pictures, I remember the pain you caused me. So I cut you off entirely. I'm so grateful for social media, and I would say that anytime, anywhere. Seriously, if I find out that you're writing things on the internet I don't like, that make me think twice about what I believe in, and I delete you, man. I take you off, and I don't call. I block you on WhatsApp. I block you on Snapchat. I block you everywhere. But technically, I don't only for one person, but I block a couple of people on Facebook, either for the things they said or when I say breach of trust or relationships ended. Maybe even relationships. When I say relationships, I mean relationships in quotes.
Yeah, in quotes.
Yeah, so they ended, and I'm like, okay.
Relationships with a Z.
So I said, all right, I was not a cool guy, and you're a cool girl, and things are not working out. It's just major into. So that's it. But I think friendship is very important when you're trying to whether it's build a business or make a family or something. Because, by the way, do you think to get into a relationship with somebody, a girl, or for a girl, do you have to be friends with the girl first?
Yeah. There's that trivia. There's this school of thought that thinks you really have to be friends before, make that relationship work. Relationships with a Z. Then there's another school of thought that says, yeah, you don't have to be friends. Yeah, really, I stand for this other one. I stand for the former.
Which one? Just explain. Which one?
I stand for the school of thought that says you don't have to be friends.
I stand for the school of thought that says you have to be friends.
Okay, yeah, let's punch it out.
All right.
Ding, ding, ding.
I think the real cool thing about this punching it out is that awesome fact that remains between friends is that between friends you can have disagreements without necessarily breaking out.
Yeah.
For example, you and I can watch Captain America and I'll hate it, and then you'll be like, no, it's cool. I'm like, no, it sucks. And how can you love the movie?
Yeah.
I'll argue, but it doesn't change anything about the fact that we care about each other, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line where you can accept to have disagreements without necessarily breaking up the bond that you have in place.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's now continue. You know what we're going to do for the next 5 minutes? Start calling names like friends. Because when you say best friends, family, guys are like, man, these guys are not calling my name, man. These guys hate me.
Okay, let's call friends.
Let's call friends.
Alright, that's cool.
Okay, yeah, give one, you give one.
Yeah, okay. So
By the way, you don't call anybody you've already called.
Ah, shit. Punaise. Okay. So this is my friend Elizabeth. Elizabeth tells me actually she was this girl I had his own crush on for like a long while, man. Damn.
You might
Anyway. Sorry, I was just daydreaming. Okay, so she told me we were really close. I mean, we literally grew up together, and I couldn't hold that for too long. I had to pop up the question. Not engagement ring question.
If you're going to continue like this, we're not going to call
shit.
Just call her name.
Okay, so Elizabeth, I really liked Elizabeth. I loved Elizabeth. Elizabeth didn't love me back because she knew too much about me. I mean, that's the how do you call it, the roadblock, the speed break to relationships that
Relationships.
you don't see zzz with a Z.
Yeah.
And that school of thought that believes friendships don't have to be the founding block, to be the foundation for any relationship. Like that, when you know someone too much, there is no surprise. There is no they call it strawberry. There's no strawberry in the relationship.
Straw what?
Let me finish. Let me finish. There's no strawberry, you know, there's no surprise element. I mean, like, you guys know yourselves too well. There's no adventure, you know. Brother, understand me now.
Okay. Well, all right, that's
Yeah.
Elizabeth. If you're listening to this, I'm jealous, for the record. But you're cool. So who am I going to call now? I've called guys the whole time. Okay, no, Carl. Yeah, I didn't talk about Carl. Carl's a really cool guy. Let me tell you how I met Carl. In University of Boyon, came for journalism. Carl read this article. It was not an article. It was actually a piece of literature. Yeah, from a book.
Okay,
it was on akpeteshi, a Nigerian drink, an alcoholic drink, a beverage. And I remember in the radio, he called me over and he said I should close my eyes. And he read that piece. And he asked me to picture it. I think that's what really changed my perspective about literature and language and stuff, because he was able to give me a description of something that I never thought was possible in the first one. And that's an image I never left my mind, because at the same time I met Carl, I met Lionel Chungi. I don't know where you know Lionel, he's in Germany now. Okay, that was the same period I met this guy. And it was an amazing period because Carl has affected a lot of my life in the university. Not really like Jesus Christ, but he's been able to change.
Brother.
Yeah, so he has permitted a lot of my decisions, my thoughts, and a lot of things. And he's a really, really great guy, great designer too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, an awesome guy.
Yeah, shout out to Carl, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Carl. So yeah, we're going to do just one again. I mean, this is already too long. So, one more person.
Okay. I'll not call the guy. Giselle.
Okay.
Giselle too. Great person. Great lips, by the way.
No, dude, no.
Come on. Yeah, she too. She I mean, she impacted me greatly. That's 2009 to 2012. I mean, she was my best friend. I'll call her my best friend. And if I ever had to get into a relationship, it would have been with her. Very, very cool pal. She taught me a lot. I mean, what friendship was all about. You know, back in the day, I was like, no, friends is this guy whom you share jokes with, who is there when you're hurt, and machin, blah, blah, blah. Fairy tale, flowers, candy, strawberry. But yeah, she taught me how to forgive. She taught me how to you know, I know everything about Giselle. Giselle knows everything about me. It didn't work. Relationships, yeah.
All right.
You know,
So now,
two great people that have impacted me a lot. Elizabeth and Giselle, females.
yeah. Okay. Now that I'll talk about females, I'll talk about Carl. Let me talk about one more female. Banye. She studies translation in University of Boya. We actually went to school together 7 years. Like I had a crush on him for one.
Nigga.
Yeah, I know.
Crushing for one. Yeah, go on.
Like
Nah.
No, actually, I used to change crushes every week, so I had like 56 crushes. No. But Banye is a super smart, super talented. She sings really well. She's really pretty, and she's just cool. She I want to think that she thinks she's a tomboy, but she's not. Like, she walks like a tomboy, but she has this elegance of a lady, mature in a cool way, not in a motherly way. Like, you know, this kind of person. She's responsible. She looks responsible. She feels responsible. She talks responsible. You want to really trust her with everything. And it's only recently that we became really close, even though we spent 7 years in school, which is something that affects my relationships. Sometimes you can be with these guys for a long time, but something happens one day
and it just
everything
changes.
It just changes. Either you become best friends or you become acquaintances or something. So that's what happened between Banya and I in the university. Actually, after the university, sharing my whole story, the whole switching from one program to the next thing and all that, etc., etc. And yeah, we're close. We're really close now. I would say we're close. Wait, Banya, are we close? By the way, if you think we're close, please leave a comment.
Leave a comment somewhere.
Yeah. You know, you can be saying these things about friends and then just
And they're like, man,
I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. Well, bye.
Yeah.
You're featuring for the first time on the podcast, and this is not your episode. I'm glad to have had you to talk about this.
Yeah,
again
man,
now.
cool.
All right, cool.
All right.
So
Thanks.
next time we're talking about design or relationships or all that stuff, man. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
All right, bye. So guys, stay tuned for the next episode of the program. Okay, I'm going to edit this part.